Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
Ready, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. He'll get this out wide. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Chicago. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9.
60 Vikings, 60 Eagles, 19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors, 70 Raiders, 19 Lions.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll find his rookie wide out from Texas. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
And this is certainly what they've wanted to do all season long, and it's a huge reason, Mike, for this winning streak. Their ability to jump teams early and play with a lead. Everything is so much easier for the coach, for the offense, for the defense. Playing with a lead in the NFL is the ultimate position to be in.
There's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Williams going to throw on the first play. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
That's left side, caught by Musgrave. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
Ready.
Here's a run, and he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they come up now, second and goal.
Wait for this. Pick it up. You're embarrassing.
Here we go.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
No. Let's go. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. His kick is good. And the Bears will extend to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
A throw on third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Man at the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's second and 2.
What is it hard? Here we go. We got Hornets! 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 Biggie Angels! Biggie Angels!
Now
Biggie
some
Angels.
movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
Hands up! Slam left! Slam left!
Throwing on second down. Williams. On the move. Past the 40. And he is out of bounds. First time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Flush to his right. First down throw there is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that will lead to a second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Here's first and 10.
A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10.
10 through 11. 79 Broncos. Cougar 19. Ready.
On play action, Richardson going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
Left 2. Panthers 60. Panthers 18. Pioneers.
On first and 10, here's Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Dixie Maverick.
On second down, Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This will be from 42 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3. From the 43, here's second down and 7.
What is up?
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
What is up?
Go with the draw play here on second down. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Third and long. Here's Williams. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick
is good.
is good. And the Vikings will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground, and he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line, a pickup of 7. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to, and as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, from the 37, here's second down and 3. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Ready?
Now Richardson, look wide, get this one complete. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready?
They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Stop! Ready?
From the gun, Richardson. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stumping that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He keeps it himself, and this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
17-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
Let's go now.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
60, Warriors 70, Buffalo 18. Ready?
From the gun on third down, Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They'll pick up 7. Nice job defensively, though, to make sure it's not more. And it sets up fourth down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Mustang 19.
On fourth down, Richardson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Vegas! Hey, volunteer!
Here's Williams on first and 10. And that ball's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On second down, it's Williams.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Street.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now give on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Come on. Past the 60, past the 50. Go.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 53 yards. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Here's 2nd and 9.
65 catch. 19 Tiger. 19.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's a designed run. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Franklin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10.
Ready to look. Biggie Angel. Tap. Vegas. Blue.
They'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the 1st down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Yeah. Hey, volunteer.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down, so they get a new set of downs. Just as important, they stop the clock.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. It's Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. It's 2nd down. They bring Jeudy in motion. A play fake. Now Williams. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They get 14 on that hookup. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Williams to the air once more. Forced to his right. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with it.
And he's out of bounds with the 1st down. So they get a new set of downs. Just as importantly, stop the clock.
It's just been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another 1st down.
He'll get this out to his running back.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll come up for 2nd and 9. Throw it again. It's Williams. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Gets it away quickly, and it's gone. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. On the comeback, falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So this one in the win column for the Bears. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November.